Would you like to start?
Jim, would you like to read this?
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right, welcome to the Shawnee County Board of County Commissioners. It's September 14th, 2020. On my left is Commissioner Aaron Mays, who represents District 3, and on my right is Commissioner Kevin Cook, who represents District 2. I'm Bill Rippon, and I represent District 1.
Morning.
What's first? Oh,
First item is item 3, consent agenda.
I move to approve.
Second.
Motion's been made by Commissioner Mays, seconded by Commissioner Cook. All in favor say aye. Those opposed, motion carries 3-0. Next item.
Item 4, new business, A, County Clerk number 1, consider all voucher payments.
Commissioners, this morning we have vouchers that total $912,673.04. The highlights out of that voucher report, the highest expenditure was with the bridge. We have $254,447.04. That is made up of two expenditures. The first is with Vettus Asphalt for $119,530.20, which is the culvert replacement on Morrell Road over the Wakarusa River. The second is with Claver Construction of $134,916.84, which is for Northwest 39th and Northwest Green Hills Road over the Half-Day Creek. We additionally also have under Health $204,631.56, which is expenditures for our employees. Under IT, $92,677.40. Public Works was $72,228.14, and then finally Parks and Recreation, $106,697.93. I don't have any questions regarding the vouchers. Would move for their approval.
Second. Motion's been made by Commissioner Cook, seconded by Commissioner Rippon. All in favor say aye. Those opposed, motion carries 3-0. Next item.
Item A2, consider correction orders.
I'll move that we approve the correction orders.
Second.
Motion's been made by Commissioner Rippon, seconded by Commissioner Cook. All in favor say aye. Those opposed, motion carries 3-0. Next item.
Item A3, acknowledge receipt of the petition to expand Main Sanitary Sewer District number 60 lateral District number 2 to provide service to Lot 1, Block A, Sherwood Estates Subdivision number 65, and to set a public hearing date of Monday, September 28th at 9 a.m. to be conducted at the Great Overland Station, 701 North Kansas Avenue. And Commissioners, this is a petition that was received in my office. I'm working with Public Works on this, and specifically what we need at this point in time is to have a motion from you to acknowledge the receipt. There's only one property or one building going to be on this property. It's just a single owner, so it's 100% owned. And so we just need to have you accept the petition and then set the hearing date for next Monday, if that works. I'm sorry, week from Monday. 2 weeks. 2 weeks.
I would move that we acknowledge.
I'll second.
Motion's been made by Commissioner Rippon, seconded by Commissioner Mays. All in favor say aye. Those opposed, motion carries 3-0. Next item.
Thank you, Commissioners. Item B, Information Technology. Number 1, consider authorization and execution of contract C317-2020, renewal of 3 additional years of contract C316-2015 with Windstream for provisioning of telecommunication circuits and services for approximately $8,700 per month, with funding supported by the Shawnee County Departments and District Courts.
Morning, Commissioners. Mark Price, Information Technology. This is just an extension. This is a renewal of our contract we made with Windstream 3 years ago after an RFP. We've been pleased with their service and would like to continue as we've been going.
Any questions?
Move for approval.
Second.
Motion's been made by Commissioner Cook, seconded by Commissioner Mays. All in favor say aye. Those opposed, motion carries 3-0. Thank you, Mark.
Thank you.
Next item.
Item C, Parks and Recreation. Number 1, consider approval of request to solicit bids to upgrade the heating system in the Gage Park greenhouse at an estimated replacement cost of $42,900 with funding from the operations budget.
Good morning, Commissioners. Chris Curtis, Shawnee County Parks and Recreation Department. I'm here before you today to seek approval to solicit bids to upgrade the heating system at the Gage Park greenhouse. It replaces an old boiler system to a forced air system that gives us more efficiencies and some redundancies. And if we would lose the boiler, we'd be down. With the forced air units, we'd be able to maintain the heat in the greenhouse. So I'd be glad to answer any questions you might have. And I also have Mr. Beaton, our horticulturist, is here as well to answer any questions that you might have that I can't answer.
So you're going to a gas forced air system?
Yes, correct.
Okay. Was the old boiler, is it shot, or is it no longer functional?
Right, and it's obsolete. Getting parts in takes a lot of time, and then if we would lose it in the winter, we would be down for a substantial amount of time. So this gives us more efficiencies with the forced air units opposed to the boiler system.
All right. I'll move for approval.
I'll second.
Motion's been made by Commissioner Rippon, seconded by Commissioner Mays. All in favor say aye. Those opposed, motion carries 3-0. Next item.
Item D, Weed Department. Number 1, consider approval of request to fill a vacant pesticide applicator position at a salary including benefits of no less than $48,258.90 with funding from the departmental budget.
Good morning, Commissioners. John Landon, Director, Shawnee County Weed Department. The item I have before you this morning is a request to advertise and fill a full-time applicator's position that recently become vacant. This position is important to the success of Shawnee County Weed Department as it's our only full-time applicator. So with that, I'll answer any questions you might have.
Any questions?
I'll move for approval.
I'll second. Motion's been made by Commissioner Cook, seconded by Commissioner Rippon. All in favor say aye. Those opposed, motion carries 3-0.
Thank you, Commissioner.
Next item.
Item E, Elections Office. Number 1, consider authorization and execution of contract C318-2020 with Neopost USA Quadient for the purchase of mail handling equipment through NASPO and Sourcewell Purchase. Can you just not get so many words? Cooperative in the amount of $85,785 utilizing Coronavirus Response Funds Spark funding.
Good morning, Commissioners. Andrew Howell, Shawnee County Election Commissioner. Basically, what we're talking about here, we had hoped to go out with some vendors for fulfilling our mail ballot, inserting and mail and processing the initial sending out of those ballots. As you know, we've had record numbers of ballots and that have been requested. We had talked to the 2 vendors. They're 2 national main vendors that a lot of people use. Both of those actually have stopped taking customers. So one of the things that we additionally tried to do was to find local vendors that would be willing to make sure that the correct ballot got in the correct envelope, make sure that the envelopes met the mail standards, and could get those inserted. The vendors that we talked to said they just thought it was too risky for them to try to do. There's a lot of steps to it, and it's easy to make a mistake if you're not paying attention and get more than one ballot in an envelope. So we have opted to look at how other counties in the state have done this. After visiting with Sedgwick County and looking at their processes and equipment, we believe that that is the correct model for us. So most of this, in fact, all of this, I believe, would be paid with Sparks funding, federal funding, as it relates to the coronavirus and the ability for people to cast their ballot at home and then use the mail system to get those ballots transported. So a lot of this is related specifically to the ability for us to actually get ballots inserted into envelopes and get those mailed out in a timely and efficient and accurate manner. So be happy to stand for any questions or specific thoughts you have on this.
So this is essentially replacing something that we were bidding out.
In effect, in the past, we usually had 10 to 15,000, even in a presidential year, we had 10 to 15,000 ballots, and most of the time we could do that through a manual process in the office. I'm expecting 30 to 40,000. So there's just not going to be any way for us to do that with that manual process. And I know some of you were aware that we were there till midnight in August on more than one occasion, just trying to get the job done. So, like I said, I expect a lot more volume, and this appears to us to be the most efficient, effective manner to get that done.
Is this equipment other departments could possibly use for?
That is certainly a possibility, yes.
Okay.
And Andrew, this is something that we can use for elections for the next decade. Is that so? I mean,
Yes, I think that's.
and is it going to make it easier for your staff to do their job?
I think it will help us with the efficiency, yes. In out-year elections, it certainly could. Certainly for this year, you know, the main focus at the moment, of course, is this year. But yes, it would certainly help with all of that.
And could you remind me, what was the amount we were going to spend if we had outsourced it?
I think we had a budget of $375,000. Now, some of that, of course, is labor, but I still think that we're ahead of where we would have been from just a pure expense perspective, since we're not hiring a lot of outside help to do it. We're doing pretty much everything in-house, so well under our initial assumptions on cost.
And then potentially it would save money in the future as well, too. So it's an ongoing savings rather than just a one-time.
We do. I do expect to gain some efficiencies long-term as well.
I appreciate that. Thank you.
Good. Any other questions?
No.
I'd move for approval.
Second?
Motion's been made by Commissioner Rippon, seconded by Commissioner Mays. All in favor, say aye. Those opposed, motion carries 3-0. Next item.
Item E2, consider approval of request for the emergency purchase with American Presort, Inc. for the 2020 general election voter information mailer for an amount of $55,000 utilizing grant funds from the 2020 CRF Sparks Grant.
Commissioners, one of the things that we're finding is there's a certain amount of, I think, confusion among some voters. As you know, various parties are sending out mailers encouraging people to use mail to vote. And so we've got a number of people who've already sent their applications in recently. I think, unfortunately, some people have presumed that that is coming from us. Those mailings have not been coming from us. But nevertheless, I think it's important that we help people understand their status and their options. And so what we're proposing to do is to send out a postcard that lays out the three options that people have. They can vote by mail, early advance, they can vote early in the office, and then they can also vote on election day at their polling place. Those are the three options that are allowed by law. So we would like to send out a postcard that helps people understand those three options, and then additionally gives them the information to understand where they're at in that process. Because I think one of the difficulties that we currently have is people call the office unsure as to whether we've received their application or whether it's been processed. And so we're setting up a combination of a website as well as this mailer to help people find and learn and understand and be consistently aware of where they're at in those processes. So that's what we're proposing to do. The cost is about $55,000 to mail one out to each registered voter in the county. Time is of the essence to inform people of this, so we would like to get this out right away so that people can more easily look at the website, which we believe is easier to navigate than our current website with so much on there. So that's the big picture. I'd be happy to answer any questions.
Questions?
I'll move for approval.
I'll second that. Motion's been made by Commissioner Cook, seconded by Commissioner Rippon. All in favor, say aye. Those opposed, motion carries 3-0. Thank you. Andrew, next item.
Item 5, administrative communications.
Anybody from the public here like to speak? Any departments that'd like to speak? Okay. Commissioner Cook.
I don't have any updates for today.
No, me neither.
Well, I went to a K-State game. It was strange at best. Not that the losing didn't bother me as much as the thin crowd. It was just eerie being there. Other than that, I'd like to have a Shawnee County Health Department meeting next Thursday, immediately following our commission meeting.
Mr. Chairman, you mean a Board of Health meeting?
A Board of Health. I'm sorry. And we have no need for an executive session today, so we are adjourned. Thank you.
I hate it. Sorry about that, Mark.